man, check it out. So this ATK KSOO case, man, is getting wild. It's getting wild. His friend Butter is on the stand right now, telling it all. He's pointing the finger at KSOO, and he's pointing the finger at ATK Scotty. We finna get into a couple of clips of what he said and how he's telling on them and what he had to say in the courtroom today. But before we get to that, man, let's just talk about this, bro. This is one of the scariest things ever. And I know a lot of the street dudes say they're not scared of nothing. They're not scared of this. They're not scared of that. But this has to be one of the scariest things ever. To have a best friend or a homie or a brother that you think it's so much love there. It's so much loyalty there. We did this together. We do this together. And when the people come, all of that goes out the window, man. That homie, he's ready to tell it all. He's ready to tell how y'all planned it, when it happened, who did what, his part that he played as well. Even though he finna get time, he wants to tell it all to make sure he doesn't spend the rest of his life in prison. And I know this is a fear of a lot of street dudes, and we have to take this as a lesson. This has to be a lesson learned. Just watching this in real time, watching KSOO's homie Butter tell it all on the stand. A dude that they once was kicking it every day. That's my homie. They would tell the deepest, darkest secrets too. It's a rude awakening to know, man, you can't trust nobody out here. You really can't trust nobody. Only thing you have is yourself. And when you're doing these drills or you commit crimes, man, that's the best way to do it. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not saying commit crimes. I'm not saying do bad things. But if you gonna go out here and hop out here and do this stuff, your best bet is to do it alone, not tell anybody, and do it solo dolo, man. Because this is exactly what can happen. Not only is Butter telling on KSOO and Scotty, but KSOO also has to look forward to his own father. That's right, bro. His own father. The person who gave birth to him, who gave him life, to take the stand and tell on him as well later on in his case. Like I said, this has to be one of the scariest things. You got your homie telling on you. Not only do you have your homie telling on you, because that hurts. But it hurts even worse to have your own father take that stand and tell everything that happened so you can get put away for however long they give you, and so he can live his life and walk scotch-free. That's super wild. That's crazy. Now, even with Butter and KSOO's father telling, does not mean they're not going to get any prison time. They're not finna get any years. You're still finna get time, bro. You're still finna get time. Let's make that clear again. You're still going to get time for opening your mouth. Not only are you going to get time for opening your mouth, this already gives verification and solidifying that you were at the scene or you were directly involved, because now you're snitching. Everything was speculation in the beginning. Was he here? Was he there? But you're so scared. It's like, man, let me just tell him what happened. Let me just clear my name. Let me just get out the way. Let me whatever, and I'm out the way. Dude, that's not how it works. You for a fact will still do time. You for a fact will still go to prison. You for a fact will still have on your paperwork that you cooperated as a witness with the police. That's not going to change. You snitching is not going to change. It's not going to change. And I think a lot of people realize that afterwards, like, dang, why did I snitch? Why did I place myself there? But what's done is done. It's a lesson learned, right? Yesterday, everybody said KSOO lawyer was cooking. She was giving him that work. KSOO finna come home. He finna beat this. He finna beat this. Yeah, she was cooking. I watched what was going on. I watched what was said. But you have a strong battle to fight when you have people willing to place themselves not only at the scene, but tell and place the people that the state is trying to send away, or confirming the speculations that the state is alleging against these people. When you're confirming and saying, yeah, he did it, that's kind of like a nail in a coffin, man. That's really all they need in these convictions. They get snitches. Once they get snitches and the snitches cooperate, that's kind of like a nail in a coffin in a sense, man. That's what they want. That's what they yearn for. They want people to turn, because that's what the state needs for a great conviction. They want to convict these people. So it's just like the likeliness of KSOO beating this case. I don't know how likely that is when you're fighting the state and you fighting snitches, man. So we all got to wait and see as trial goes on to see how this is going to turn out, because it's all wow. Right here, I'm going to drop some clips of Butter in his court session today, man. Basically, telling what he had to tell to clear his name. He pointing at Scotty and he pointing at KSOO, man. This is all wow. Check it out.
And you have a co-defendant in that burglary charge.
Yes, sir.
Right. And what's the name of your co-defendant in the burglary charge?
Leroy Whitaker.
Do you see Leroy Whitaker in the courtroom here today?
Yes, sir.
Can you please tell us where he is seated and what he is wearing?
He got on blue and white.
All right. Can you describe the table or who he is sitting next to as well?
Sitting next to his lawyer.
After you were choking her, did Leroy Whitaker say anything to you?
Yes, sir.
What was that?
He asked me, did I want to kill her?
What did you say?
Said, yeah.
Did you want to kill her?
No.
And why did you say that?
Just so she can
Got into the plaza. what was the plan?
Still gonna be the same thing.
And what does that mean?
Ambush, run. It was gonna still do the same thing they was gonna do in the apartment complex.
All right. And so when Charles McCormick came out, Hakeem Robinson and Leroy Whitaker both were going to ambush him?
Yes, sir.
And then what was your role going to be?
Same thing, just to pick him up when it was done.
For Charles McCormick to come out, do you know if Hakeem Robinson made contact with anybody?
Yes, sir.
Who?
He made contact with Kareem.
And what was the purpose of that?
To ask him to do a surveillance check.
And could you hear that conversation?
Yes, sir.